Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now here in my hands, this is the Work Tough Gear Woodscraft Chanto, which is my Outer Limitless design manufactured by Work Tough Gear. Now Chanto, chopping Tanto. It's not exactly a traditional Tanto design, but this is my take on a chopping Tanto capable of being brought deep into the wilderness, nice and lightweight and balanced, all things considered. The capability to do some of those finer tasks, but also for me, where I tend to go deep into the wilderness, having something that could be used as a piercing or fighting type of knife. The ability to, if you had to, get in a fight with a bear, and I wouldn't want to, but if I had this in my hands, I'd at least feel a little bit better. The piercing capability, that pronounced tip, the ability to thrust, the nice large blood groove, and a good overall reach just really lends itself with the nimbleness to some fighting and that kind of hand-to-hand, maybe a little bit of hand-to-hand combat if you really needed to with a bear. Which leads me to this. The Woodscraft Chanto Trainer, made by Vulpes Training. Now, Chris from Vulpes Training has been absolutely fantastic. I met him at Blade Show 2024 when I was at the Vulpes booth looking at all of his fantastic work. And he has a number of different products that both tailor to sort of the fantasy, sort of that role play, props, the ability to do some acting, fighting training, the ability to really get into some hand-to-hand wrestling and just getting at it, knife fighting and knife training. But more specifically, in what caught my eye was his ability to take other people's designs and translate those into practical trainers, which I love. And so as we get into this, if you had to do any sort of training, any sort of role play, or the ability to train with a knife like this, I can tell you I will absolutely cut myself again and again and again, and it will not be nice. It will be absolutely detrimental to my health and well-being. But having a practical trainer that's been made to the, and I'm not going to say exact specifications, but the very close specifications to allow now a practical training tool to allow you to wield this around in a close proximity to other people, in a close proximity to other things, in a close proximity to myself, where I'm not accidentally going to gouge myself, lose an eye, or put this through any parts of my body. So when I was talking to Vulpes, it was very interesting to see what they did. It absolutely caught my attention, and I was astounded at what they were producing, not just for others, but what they could actually produce for me. And so as we look at this in detail, the interesting thing is there's actually kind of a grain pattern. Now, it might be a little bit hard for you to see, but all of Vulpes' work, there are a number of sort of different patterns, different finishes, different ways of making up the handles. And it's kind of like, and if you talk to Chris, he'll say, the blade kind of talks to you, the shape kind of talks to you, and it kind of dictates what that finish should be. And there are people that have been completely confused and looking at these products thinking they're made out of wood. Now, these are not. These are a polymer. They are handcrafted, so every single one of these is handcrafted and made to as close of a specification within reason to give you a suitable trainer with a decent amount of weight, the overall general size, the general handle geometry, and to me, a couple of things are key. One, getting that handle geometry close and about right so that you're indexing the same way as the original, and this is pretty darn close. Now, as we grip here, and you can see that nice full grip flaring out towards the back of the handle. Same with the original. And again, it's not perfect, but it's a very suitable and reasonable take on a trainer for my design, which I like. And then they wrap in a nice hardened jute style twine very hard, very robust, excellent grip, and something that you can absolutely get a solid hold of. Not to mention, this aids in not only the aesthetic appeal and the functional appeal, but you can get this in different colors and really kind of play with it and get something that suits your needs. So the handle in combination with the blade style and finish can really give you a unique look. And again, these are handmade, hand finished, and just a really nice take on my design. All the edges, and the key about this being a trainer, all the edges are rounded and softened out, and especially at the tip, the places where you could really mess up and with a sharpened version get real deep and dangerous penetration, especially with the Chanto. And that is something that I love about this design. Not only do you have that full blade length, but you have, and I'm going to measure it, I'm going to say 3.5 inches. It's actually 3 3/4 inches of blade length from here to here, which is as long or longer than an EDC knife. And in fact, most folders. So the reality is, a mess up with this knife, with the deep penetration that you get, could really be detrimental. So again, going back to having a functional trainer where all of that has been softened, rounded out, and gives you the ability to wield this around fairly safely, definitely has its advantages. And I am by no means one of those guys that, can whip this thing around, and I'm, obviously in close proximity to my desk and countertop, so there's not too much I can do right here. But regardless, I'm not somebody that's going to be wielding this thing around like crazy and really throwing down ridiculous moves. However, I would like to gain some skills. I would like to practice different things. And I would like the idea that through this process, not only can I get myself my own trainer of my own designs, but I can get lots of awesome blades made to fairly close specifications and size of other models that I greatly enjoy. If you look through the Vulpes website, if you look through their Instagram, if you look through their website and their social media pages, you will absolutely find a huge volume of blades, and blades made to, again, that fairly close size that gets you pretty darn close to something that's a practical trainer for knives that you might really like. And so, just to have this pair, to have the ability to now mess around and really have this in my hands and play with it a little bit and know that I'm not going to get hurt, or I could even give these to my kids to, practice and, play with and just feel like it's safe. There's a lot of value in that for a reasonably priced product. So again, go to Vulpes Training, go to their website. So right here, www.vulpestraining.com. Check them out. Thank you very much to Chris. Sent a couple of stickers. This really awesome patch, but more than anything else, his incredible work with the Woodscraft Chanto Trainer. So for all of you, check out their website. Take a look in the description box below where you can find the links. And if you like this content, do me a favor. Take a look at my Outer Limitless 2 channel, which is more on the tactical and firearm side of things. At this point, that channel is growing quickly. I have a ton of videos up there. So if you like what you see here on Outer Limitless, do me a favor and check me out on Outer Limitless 2. So alright guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.